Hello everybody, this is Sin with Big Moon Energy. I'm going to be doing a weekly tarot reading for the sign of Pisces through April 28th through May 4th. I'm gonna shuffle and do my version of the Celtic cross spread, and I'm just gonna shuffle and we'll lay out the cards and go over it. All right, and I know you guys can't really see all of the cards, but once I lay them out, I'll hold them up and we will go over, obviously, each one individually. All right. All right, so starting off, this is in the situation or the Youve position, and this is the Eight of Wands. And with the Eight of Wands, that's a lot of fast moving energy. I take that as a sign of news coming in. Definitely, especially you've got the Lady and the Lord that's crossing you, which a lot of people say is the challenge. It can be multiple things, but with this card being there like that, I feel like you've made a decision about something and there's news coming in quickly. I feel like this is something you have been waiting for, because up here you've got the Eight of Swords, and in this position, this is kind of something you already know, your beliefs. And I feel like you have been stressed and worried about a decision, and you are finally going to get news. You have been waiting, you've been losing sleep over this, and now there is finally this news that is coming in. Now down here, this could be I know some people read this as the driving you, what is giving you that motivation. Some people read this as the problem or the root of your challenge. For me here with the Three of Pentacles, I'm seeing that with this decision that you've already made, you're stressed about it, you're waiting for news to come in. I see this going in a positive direction for you, solely because with the Three of Pentacles, it does it's not necessarily that you're being watched, but more people are paying attention to you. People are paying attention to what you're doing. And with the Three of Pentacles, that is you moving forward and working hard. So I feel like whatever this decision is about, you've worked hard, you've made your decision, and it is known. People know that, people understand it. Now, for your past, we've got the King of Swords. And with the King of Swords, this is about clear judgment. This is about logic. This is thinking with your head, not with your heart. So I feel like the decision that you made has to do with something logical. You were thinking purely logical. You were thinking about not emotions involved, but what was going to be best long term. And with your future here, I consider this spot kind of this is kind of the upcoming, it's fast. This is because we have the outcome up here, and I consider that just the conclusion. With this is kind of what's going on now. And you've got the Nine of Pentacles. And with the Nine of Pentacles, that is an amazing card to have. That is a card of abundance, for one. So I'm I see this decision and this news that's coming in is going to give you abundance, and it's going to give you financial abundance. I'm definitely seeing happy home, financial abundance, less stress. That Eight of Swords that you've got going on, that is you being stressed. This card is kind of helping you take that stress away. All right, now down here, I see this card as kind of the advice from Spirit card. And this is the High Priest, which in the regular tarot deck, this would be the Hierophant. And with the Hierophant, that has to do with teaching. That has to do also with learning. That has to do with craft. That has to do with doing your job. So definitely seeing This could also be like a promotion. You might be getting news that you are getting a promotion. You might be getting news that something you've been waiting for monetarily is finally coming through. You are finally having that breakthrough after a lot of stagnation. And in the environment or influences, some people read it either or, some people read it both. You've got this standing stone, and in this deck, that is justice. And with justice being there, and you've also got the King of Swords in your past, which this is kind of all like air energy. Also like with the standing stone, like justice 11, that's giving like Libra energy too. So it's kind of like, I feel like you have someone around you too who is helping influencing you in a positive way, because they're helping you think logically. They're helping you think not with your heart, but hey, what's going to be best long term. So I see that as a really positive thing. And even with the Justice card, that can also be like your environment, like your home, your life, you are getting justice somewhere in that, which with this decision that you've come to terms with, I feel like that is giving the justice that you are finally wanting. You're finally being heard. And then we have in the hopes and fears spot, the 7 of Cups. And I feel like with this being in your hopes and fears spot, that you feel like you have a lot of options. And it's like, once again, with this 8 of Swords, you're kind of overthinking the decision that you made. You're kind of sitting here, you're like, wait, there were so many other decisions I could have made. There were so many other things that I could have done. And you're kind of sitting here you're afraid that you made the wrong decision. I don't see that being the case. If that's what you're afraid of, I don't see that being the case. In this reading, it's showing that you're going to get that financial abundance. It shows that you've got really good people in your corner as well. And so I do not see that as you making the wrong choice, because I feel like in this decision, there were a lot of choices there. And you made one, and now you're kind of worried if that was the right one. It was the right choice, definitely. And now for your outcome, we have the Page of Cups. And I love the Page of Cups. So this is kind of like how I'm gonna read this in this reading. This is like, pages are kind of like the beginnings of things as well. And this could even be creative ideas. I'm also seeing this as kind of like a surprise. This news that you have been waiting for is about to come in, and you're going to even be surprised by it. And I think you're going to be surprised by the outcome being so positive. Like, you've been so stressed about it, you've been worried about it, but with this cup, you're going to be surprised at how well things are finally working out for you. And I see that as a complete positive. I'm going to go ahead and do 2 Animal Spirit Oracle cards to round it up. Oh, nice. All right, so you've got card 68. This is Wombat Spirit, and this is telling you to be at home. So with this card, I like to kind of just tie it in with my reading. I see this too as this has to do with home. You've made a decision regarding your home life, like hence that 9 of Pentacles as well. And so with that being said, I'm like, you keeping your environment the way that it is, I think is going to be a good idea, especially with this new change that's coming. This is card 50. You've got Rhino Spirit. This is overcome any obstacle. And I feel like that plays into this 8 of Swords and this stress of the decision that you've made. And it's kind of like, you've had some challenges, but you are now overcoming them. You are moving past that energy of being stressed. You're moving past that energy of worry and anxiety, and you're coming into something new. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading, and I hope you have a great week. Thank you.